Alright Chelsea fans, here we go again and you're back here with another video after an impressive win in a big game from Edouard Mendy yet again with another clean sheet that puts Chelsea in the Champions League final just one step away from winning the Champions League. We will dive into the player performance as soon as possible, but before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel as I'm really trying to grow. Chelsea started the first half with most of us chasing the ball and it got really nervy as we couldn't keep much possession and allowed Madrid to dictate the tempo and pace of the game. We got one chance, but Timo was just a fraction offside, and that followed by wrong range tries from Benzema and Cruz. Chelsea then unleashed a good counter-attack where Kai Havertz did most of the work but didn't have much luck as it hit the post, but there was Werner to head it home into an empty net, and he turns around and looks at the linesman right away before celebrating. Thomas Tuchel came out superior in the second half as every Chelsea player cut out gaps and spaces very well, and the counter-attacks kept getting dangerous. We had Silva having two headers going wide, Havertz hitting the post again, Mason Mount hitting the ball that had too much behind it, and Kante, despite having the best of runs, couldn't finish it. Kai Havertz too couldn't place the ball into the corner. Then Christian Pulisic comes on and Kante after the first goal takes a more attacking role and combines well down the right hand side with Pulisic. Kante intercepts the ball and plays it to Pulisic. The pass itself beats Ramos, but Pulisic doesn't shoot. He plays a smart ball into Mason Mount as he gives Mason Mount a message to knock it in, and the Englishman rightly does so. Thomas Tuchel made one big change from the first leg lineup as he kept Pulisic on the bench and opted for Kai Havertz. Tuchel went in with Mendy in goal, Rudiger, Silva and Christian in front of him, Azpilicueta and Chilwell started as wingbacks, and the pivot consisted of Jorginho and Kante. Our front three consisted of Mount, Havertz and Werner. Mendy made big saves and was vocal and commanding in his own box. Really did well to get behind the long range shots, but the best one was the one which came from a Benzema header and the long range shot from Benzema. His distribution looked so better and he was always giving instructions and scolding players who kept making mistakes. He really gave it his all to keep Chelsea in the game in the first half, but he had a comfortable second half. Yet another clean sheet that helps us a lot and we progress to the finals, all thanks to him for not conceding a goal and make sure everything goes according to plan. All doubted Azpilicueta whether he can keep up with the pace of Hazard, but his experience proved key as he managed to keep him in his pocket for the entire game. He also managed to give Ramos a yellow card for pushing him in the box. He didn't allow Hazard to have a sniff at the ball and also got ahead at times to cross the ball. Really played like a captain and gave it his all for Chelsea. He was seen slightly exhausted, and rightly so, for all the work he put in, and Reece James was ordered right away to get onto the pitch. A great game from the skipper. Christensen continued to do his work silently and had another great performance under Thomas Tuchel. He didn't put a foot wrong and partnered with Silva to handle Benzema like a veteran. He did get booked for a late challenge, but he had a good game as he did all his duties well and played cool and calm even under pressure. Thiago Silva was solid as a rock and didn't miss a beat. He came close to scoring two headers but wasn't meant to be. Was defensively solid too and made important tackles and blocks and won headers while defending and kept everything clean and tidy behind. Rudiger bailed out Chilwell's poor touch as he made a big interception on Benzema, had a commanding presence behind and was always vocal, probably a best centre back for the night. He had his signature dashing runs forward and two times was even part of counter-attacks, but the ball was far out of reach for him. Rudiger had a great shot on goal to catch the keeper, and that's what we really have to do. Apply pressure and catch the keeper out of guard if he might be sleeping. Rudiger wore a mask and his gameplay was superb, and he really did look like a superhero in the Chelsea squad. Chilwell had his own battle going down with Vinicius Jr. down the left hand side. He did well in one-on-one situations with him and looked solid defensively. He did well to get forward too. Another game where he combined well with Mason Mount. He did a few mistakes, but his teammates always had his back. I was really impressed by his performance, especially his defending. Jorginho got booked early on in the game, but he took it for the team. He really adds a lot to our gameplay when it comes to distribution. plenty of passing as usual and all of them being of high quality. Did well to stop Benzema when he looked to counter and had got past Silva. Kept Chelsea going as he spread the game well and dictated the tempo of the game in the final 15 minutes. Kante was instrumental yet again and was full of life. He had defensive duties to do in the first half, but as soon as he got a chance, he did well to get past their players and find Havertz, and later to be finished by Werner. He got more attacking in the second half. He also had a chance for himself as he raced all the way box to box alongside Timo Werner, but his chance got blocked out. He covered every blade of grass at Stamford Bridge as he always looked to intercept and attack. He did well to combine with Pulisic time and again and played a big part in the second goal. Was so crucial in both the goals and was rightly awarded as the man of the match. Mason Mount sparked Chelsea into life after the second goal and sealed a deal for Chelsea. Played a very important part as he became a part of the midfield and helped Chelsea have the numerical advantage in the midfield. He really danced past the Madrid players and always looked to win free kicks or make something happen. He had another chance where he was one-on-one with the keeper but was caught in double minds about squaring it or shooting it, and he decided to shoot it, but his shot had way too much power and he sent it flying into the stands. Wasn't expecting this from him, but he made up for it after scoring a beautiful goal as he got away from his marker and stretched to put the ball in the back of the net. Timo Werner yet again put in a shift as he always looks to be on the move and was a very big worry for Madrid's defenders to keep up with the space. He got a goal rule offside in the 18th minute, but then he had a comfortable header to get a goal for himself for the night. Timo Werner is really looking to grow in confidence and we can't wait to get the best out of him. He really works hard on the pitch and this time he got rewarded by a goal. He was seen falling back deep in a half to defend too. A really great performance from the German. Kai Havertz had 2 efforts to the post and 1 effort being saved. His work rate throughout was brilliant and caused Madrid's defense all sorts of problems. He was spotting getting cheeky nutmegs on countless occasions and frustrated Nacho so much that Nacho had to kick him while he was down. Havertz made a statement performance doing justice to his price tag and is really showing great potential, able to both create and score goals, having his own style of play. Great performance from Kai Havertz. Reece James was brought in to give Azpilicueta a breather and he did his part well. He also got into a situation where he had a shot and was just a fraction outside the goal as it was always swinging. Ziyech came in and I really don't understand why the penalty wasn't given. If it's extra time, it doesn't change the fact that a penalty is a penalty. Bad officiating by the referee as he made countless wrong calls throughout. Giroud came in with only 30 seconds remaining, so he really didn't have a chance to work his magic. But the best substitute to come off the bench was Christian Pulisic. What an impact he had as he always looked to create nuisance as he ran past Madrid's defenders with ease. He really decided to toy with Madrid's defense in both legs. He combined well with Kante and he was very skillful. He made a very smart decision to not shoot and instead played the ball into Mount to score. Really wasn't selfish and the chemistry between him and Mount is really looking exciting. Another tactical masterclass from Thomas Tuchel as he made our players mentally prepared as they looked confident coming out of the tunnel in both the games. Havertz and Werner ran past Ramos, making him look average. Our midfield made Modric, Kroos and Casemiro disappear and Benzema was pocketed the whole match by defenders. A back-to-back final appearance for Thomas Tuchel and Thiago Silva. Every Chelsea player showed great character and fighting spirit and it really was the best performance from Chelsea I've watched this decade. We really need to make the most of our chances and finish them to be a top team. Real Madrid had an expected goals of only 0.90 in both legs, while Chelsea had an expected goals of 5. That shows we were the better team but just slightly wasteful. A big game coming up on the weekend as it will be a pre-final show as we face Manchester City in the Premier League. Really don't think Pep will go with his full first team squad for this one, but whoever we face we gotta give it our best and we gotta give it our all. That's it for now. If you watched the video till here, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also let me know what were your feelings and reactions after winning this match down in the comments below. You can now donate and support me by buying me a coffee and it's as cheap as $1 and a very simple process. Link is in my description and it would mean a lot to me if you donate. That's it for now and we gotta keep the blue flag flying high. Have a nice day, stay safe, goodbye.